What's up, Mid-Michigan? Thank you so much for joining me at the Digital Desk. I'm your digital news anchor, Kyle Macon. And yeah, guys, we are having a few updates on a story. Yesterday, we kind of found out about a double homicide in Beecher. So we actually have a little bit more information on that case. Also, an update on a Mid-Michigan doctor who is actually being sent to prison. And then a feel-good story to leave you guys off on. So let's get right into it and take a look at the big stories coming out of Mid-Michigan. All righty. So, like I said, that first story we were talking about, we kind of found out yesterday, but two men are dead after being shot multiple times on Monday afternoon. On Monday, December 1st, Mount Morris Township Police were dispatched to 1275 West Kurtz Avenue just after 4 p.m. for reports of multiple gunshots heard inside the home. Mount Morris Township Police blocked off the road between Harvard and Verdun streets, and Mid-Michigan now says a Michigan State Police forensic laboratory trailer was on scene. When they arrived, officers found a man in the living room and another man in the kitchen. Both men were shot multiple times and both were dead. The victims were identified as 28-year-old Isaiah Deontay Perut and 28-year-old Cameron Adris Raymond Washington Glover. So yeah, we just, like I said, we kind of went out. We were there on the scene when this all took place. So yeah, we just found out the names of those victims. Still trying to figure out more about kind of what took place in that home, who maybe did it, and kind of more information on that. So, of course, if you have any information on this case, reach out to the Mount Morris Township Police Department. And moving over, I mean, a story that I wanted to give you guys an update on because we told you guys about this, I don't know, a couple months back of this guy right here. Take a look at him. That boy is going to prison. A former physician accused in two separate cases of sexual misconduct has been sentenced to 35 to 60 years in prison. He pled no contest to all charges in October without receiving a sentencing agreement or any promise of leniency from the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office. Pretty much, Karen D. McDonald, who is the prosecutor there, says that it just pretty much ensures that this guy will never harm another victim. Once again, his name is Omar Ajaz. I don't know how to exactly say it, but don't really want to take the time for this guy, if you know what I'm saying. In August 2024, the dude's wife disclosed to authorities that he's been secretly recording her and their two minor children and female relatives in the home. She also discovered recordings of individuals undressing at the Goldfish Swim School in Rochester Hills. If you guys even head to the Rochester area, you guys pass right on 75 there. So just, I'm not 75, is it what, 69 over there? But just terrible. But that 41-year-old guy is going to have these following counts: 2 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct, 3 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct, and a bunch of other counts as well. You know, using a computer to commit a crime, capturing or distributing image of an unclothed person, a handful of stuff. But like I said, guys, I just wanted to give you guys an update. 35 to 60 years, this man is going to prison. So like I said, guys, just wanted to give you guys an update on this case. But like I said, guy's going to prison. In one story that I got to work on yesterday, I love doing feel-good stories. The Holly Depot. If you guys are from the Holly, Fenton area or anywhere around, you might know the Holly Depot. It's right next to the railroad tracks. Kind of, if you guys know where the Holly Hotel is, where if you were walking out to the Holly Hotel, you'd see the train tracks right there. It's right there. But that is getting a move. And so next week, they're going to actually be physically moving this building. And it's super cool. So yesterday I did a story just kind of going through the history of this place and just kind of why it's moving. So it is, like I said, staying in the village. It's just going to be moving literally walking distance. So it's going to be kind of getting pulled toward downtown a little bit. So it's not moving literally just walking distance from where it originally was built. But it's over 139 years old. And it stood the test of time, but it needs to move just to make room for railroad track. So that right railroad track, if you're looking to the right side of this building on this photo, that railroad track needs to come over to the left a little bit. So that's why they pretty much had the choice of either getting rid of the building or moving it. And obviously with the history of, the Holly's railroad industry and all that stuff, they didn't want to get rid of it. And so they're going to keep that history right in the village. But so as of 1999, and this comes from Peter Stauffer, who's the project manager for the station, Says as of 1999, the railroad decided that it was too close to the tracks and we can't use it for public use anymore. And like I said, we added that they're moving the tracks to where the building now sits. So they're literally just moving it 800 feet closer to downtown Holly. This was funded by donations. But once this move happens, they will need your guys' help for additional money for restoration work. So pretty much anytime you move an old building, you're going to have a bunch of, cracks and stuff like that. It's just bound to happen. So they got to repair some of that stuff and then, restoring the inside as well. But the good news is if you guys are around there, you guys can check out the history of Holly in the hopes of July of 2026 is when they plan to open it. And they're just going to use it as a place so you can come out and check out the history. But either way, it's a cool building. And if you guys like construction or building stuff, I thought it was so cool about this is watching these guys work. So it's a company out of Indiana, and then they have another branch in Pennsylvania. But their whole job is literally taking historic buildings, picking them up, and moving them over. So next week, I'm hoping to talk with them just to kind of figure out how the heck do you go about moving I think it was a 300 some ton. I don't know exactly how much it was, but it was a very heavy building. But yeah, it's just pretty cool to see them do it, and they'll actually be using robots to actually move it over and stuff. But we'll have much more on that next week, so because I'll be actually out there for when they're moving the building. But hey, it's a cool story, and the history is staying in Holly, and you guys can check it out. And like I said, July of 2026. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Today we're gonna have hopefully nothing crazy happening, but we'll have updates on a few of the stories. We'll try to find out more about that double homicide in Burton. And then I'm also working on a story about a 11-year-old and her father who's opening a business in downtown Flint. So I'll be filming that. That'll be airing either tomorrow or the next week sometime. But yeah, a lot of fun is going on, and I can't wait for you guys to check it out. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good one. Take care. Let me know what you guys want me to cover in the comments below. And if you guys ever see me in public, please say hi, because I love meeting you guys. It's kind of why I do the job, is to talk to you guys. So anyway, take care, and I will see you when I see you.